Buck, this is something I've been looking forward to here. We've got something new. We're going to be doing this all spring, and that's a new business we've created, a little Move the Sticks body shop. We're going to take these teams inside the body shop and see if we can't fix these vehicles here. Some teams, not playoff teams, some teams that need a little bit of help, need a little bit of fixing. So we're going to do that today with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Buck. And when you look at trying to fix this football team, as you see what we're dealing with here in the body shop. Man, my digital self needs to drop a few pounds, by the way. But we're going to try and fix this team. We've got three ways to do it in our body shop. We got to start with the most important thing, that's the engine. So to fix an engine, we're going to say that's the NFL draft. So how can they fix the engine of this car with the Jags in the draft? Then we can look at some add-ons, right? We put some add-ons on this vehicle, what we can do in free agency, and finally some upgrades. We're gonna upgrade something on this vehicle, something that's already on the car, we're gonna upgrade it a little bit. You ready to get going?
Man, let's get to it. I've always dreamed of kind of being a little blue collar, kind of getting a little greasy and dirty. So this will give me a chance to do it without really having to get dirty.
Yeah, I think I might have had some overalls in the 90s, but I think I was probably going more for a kid and play look than the body shop, but that's all right. Let's get it cranking here. First overall pick. This is one way to really jumpstart your engine here. What do they do?
It's the most important position, so you got to take care of quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is the pick. I believe he's the only reason why Urban Meyer came out of retirement to take on this challenge. Trevor Lawrence gives them a franchise quarterback, a guy who can do it all at the position. We can talk about the physical ability, big-time arm talent, great athlete, throws with touch, timing, and anticipation, but the leadership ability. This is a guy that's been a winner his entire life. He knows how to get the team to the winner's circle. You want to change the culture. You need a thermostat leader. He is someone that changes the temperature in that locker room with his ability to play.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. Turn in that card right there. See if you can't change your franchise with Trevor Lawrence being the face of this franchise, hopefully for the next 15 years. They've got another first-round pick this year. They picked 25th overall. Let me give you a next-gen stat here, Buck. Third most touchdowns allowed on deep balls. So tied for the third most, I should say, on deep balls this last year. You cannot give up that many explosive plays on defense. I think if you can address the pass rush, that can help. But they need to get better on the back end as well. So what do they do at 25?
Well, the first thing you have to do to be a great defense, you got to be strong down the middle. And down the middle, that means safety. And so Trevon Moehrig from TCU is someone that I absolutely love when I watch him on tape. His ability to cover is outstanding. He has the ability to cover in the slot. He can take away the deep ball in the post as a deep middle defender. And he is terrific if you're one of those teams that likes to play split safety coverages. He has those abilities, and he's also solid in the run game. I like him. I think he is the right pick, the right fit for what the Jaguars want to do in the back end.
Yeah, I think it's complete safety. That versatility, I think, is going to play well. Urban Meyer is going to love that, just always around the football as well. Okay, we mentioned at the top, this is a team that's got to rush the passer better. We haven't done that here for the first two picks. Can we find one with pick 33?
Yeah, pick 30 I think is a nice pick because this player will be able to rotate in with K'Lavon Chaisson, Josh Allen. How about Joe Tryon from Washington? Man, long, rangy, heavy-handed, does a great job of getting to the quarterback. They need more bodies, more horses in the stable that they can unleash to get after the quarterback. He is one that will certainly help them improve their sack numbers and their overall ability to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him the other day on social media. I want to say it was Instagram. And that dude is a brick house. He is big and a physical power rusher off the edge. I think would be a nice complement to more of that speed rusher that you have there with Josh Allen, his ability to drop in coverage with Josh Allen as well. I think they complement each other quite well. So that's how we've tried to address the engine of this team, Buck, through the draft of those first three picks. Obviously, we'll have more options later on in the draft to address some more of these needs. But let's jump on to the add-ons here. This is what we can do through free agency to try and add on to this vehicle. We've got a couple players for them we think that will help, including a player at a position that's the quarterback's best friend, and that's tight end.
Oh, yes. They haven't had a big-time tight end since Mercedes Lewis, and they need someone that can really control the middle of the field. How about Hunter Henry coming over from the LA Chargers to give them that security blanket in the passing game? Trevor Lawrence, they have weapons on the outside, but you want to make the easy throw right over the middle. Hunter Henry can do that. Outstanding route runner, good blocker in the run game. He gives them a veteran presence. And so I think he would be a nice security blanket for Trevor Lawrence as he acclimates to the National Football League.
All right, we've talked about fixing the engine there at the top with Trevor Lawrence with the first overall pick. I don't know, this would be like engine maintenance with this next free agent addition here. Explain this one here, our second add-on, Buck.
Alex Smith is going to be released from the Washington football team. And so when I think about Alex Smith being out there and available, he certainly fits the criteria. He played for Urban Meyer at the University of Utah. Trent Baalke is familiar with him during their time together with the San Francisco 49ers. And then all of the things that we've heard young quarterbacks talk about, the advice and the mentoring that Alex Smith did for them. First Colin Kaepernick, then Patrick Mahomes. Even the young quarterbacks in the room for the Washington football team raved about Alex Smith. Who better to bring to Jacksonville to help Trevor Lawrence really acclimate to the NFL game than a guy who was a former #1 overall pick, who has been through the ups and downs, who also knows your head coach and the culture that the head coach wants to implement. I think this is a no-brainer. Alex Smith would be a great fit for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, and Alex Smith might be trying to find his way somewhere where he's guaranteed a starting position. I think if Trevor Lawrence were to show up and show that he's ready to play, Alex Smith would have to be waiting in the wings. But man, if you're the Jags, you want to bring him in and just say, whatever you did with Patrick Mahomes, do that right here with Trevor Lawrence. Whatever that was, we'll take it. There you have it. There's some add-ons here. Finally, the last category, we've got an upgrade. We're going to upgrade the vehicle a little bit here with something we already have. And that's Laviska Shenault. I want to give you one more next-gen stat powered by Amazon Web Services here. 6.4 air yards per target for Laviska Shenault last year. That was the 4th lowest among wideouts who had 75-plus targets. Now, he did some really good things with the ball when they got it to him underneath after the catch, his ability to break tackles, make people miss. I love that side of his game, Buck. You can line him up in the backfield. We know that. But this is a guy, you go back to Colorado, he made a lot of plays down the field, 50-50 balls, vertical routes. I didn't think they really incorporated him as much in that area. And I would think going forward with Trevor Lawrence, getting more of a vertical attack, I think Laviska Shenault could be a big part of that.
I think he will be a big part of it. If you go back and track Urban Meyer's history, he has always had one of these players in his offense. Going back to Florida, Percy Harvin played in that role. Paris Campbell, Curtis Samuel. Those guys are dynamic playmakers, offensive weapons, guys that you can get the ball to. I think he has to be a more integral part of the game plan. Laviska Shenault should be utilized and really maximized because he does have the ability to put the ball in the paint.
He's a special player, man. As you can see, what we just did here in the body shop today, it's going to be a big offseason for Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've got to go out. They've got to nail the draft. They've got to bring in some quality free agents. They've got the most cap room of anybody. So they've got money to bring in guys on the veteran side. They've got a lot of picks to upgrade that roster as well. And let's see if they can maximize the talent that they already have there, because there are some good pieces in place there for the Jags. Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing this throughout the spring. Your team didn't make the playoffs. We're going to try and take you into the body shop and see if we can't get you fixed. Be on the lookout next week because we're going to bring the New York Jets into the Move the Sticks body shop and see if we can't fix this. I don't want to say it's a clunker, but the car needs a lot of work. And we're going to see if we can help the Jets out next week.